Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk to you about this one Neville Goddard quote that I'm going to expand on. What he says is, man thinks in some strange way he is going to improve this world, but it is a schoolroom and it is going to remain just that. The kingdom of heaven is not interested in improving this world. It is only interested in taking people out of it by drawing them into itself, which is an entirely different world. This is huge because when I learned about manifesting, of course, I wanted to use the power of my imagination to do anything and everything. I even found myself playing the hero because I would make the point of making conversation with people just to discover what their desires were, so I could, before sleep that night, imagine that they had them. And these things come true. I can create whatever I want for whoever I want, but the truth is, it's not my job to save the world. It's not your job to save the world. Even if you have this infinite power of imagination, it doesn't mean that you're going to end all war. It doesn't mean that you're going to stop tragedy from happening, okay? The whole world is a stage, as William Shakespeare said. Everyone has a role to play, and there are infinite states of consciousness into which we may enter. You can't take away these states. You can't get rid of the states of suffering. You can't get rid of the states of poverty so that everyone has this perfect, happy, hunky-dory world. Your point is for you to use that infinite power to create the life of your dreams. And in doing so, people will be inspired to ask you, what did you do? How did you do it? And then you can tell them the truth of your imagination, the fact that your imagination is God himself. And by that power, you can change your own experience. But the truth is, you can't get rid of all the negative things. Infinity is infinite. That means war is infinite. But it's okay. It's okay because this whole 3D world, this physical experience we have, is dead anyways. This is just a reflection of the reality, capital R, of imagination. So it doesn't really matter. That is the nature of the infinite love of God. It allows us to have this experience where we identify with the physicality and begin to believe in something other than infinite love. But it is that infinite love that allows us that experience. It's incredible, okay? It's very strange if you think about it, but what other than unconditional infinite love would allow you the opportunity to experience something other than infinite love? It's like you are so loved that you can experience hate, fear, anger, poverty, but you can also flip that around whenever you want. It's also infinite love that frees you and can bring you up to the infinite state of whatever you desire. It's just not our job to try and save everyone in the world. You can send positive energy, but it doesn't mean that you're going to put an end to poverty and hunger and all these things. It doesn't mean that things won't improve. Things may improve, but that's not the purpose of imagination. The purpose of imagination is to pull people out of this world. And the truth is that you're not going to come out of this world until you go within and you explore the reality within. You explore what your imagination is capable of. That's why it says in the Bible, test yourself and see. So there are many people that are watching video after video after video on manifestation and they'll never test themselves. There are people that will come on here and hate and never try it, but it doesn't matter. It's the current conscious state that they're in. They're in the conscious state of believing that they can pass judgment on something without actually testing it. And because of that, they remain asleep. I call them snorers, okay? When people are asleep and they're making a lot of noise, that's snoring. So it doesn't really matter though. That's why I don't let these things bother me, because I know it's not even the reality. There's only me and there's only you in your perspective, okay? Because there is only God. God is one, all right? Don't allow yourself to fall into this trap where you believe that maybe the world's gonna be perfect one day, or there's gonna be this mass ascension of people and we're gonna live in this beautiful, happy, hunky-dory world. I think that's something that is kind of injected into modern spirituality. It's a false hope because it constantly leaves you wanting for something. You're waiting for the day when everyone will accept everything and it's all perfect, okay? You're waiting for something that's not going to happen, and I think there's a reason for that. It's the same way as way back in the day it was like, well, poverty is really, really good for you. Poverty's good because in the afterlife you'll have riches in heaven. It's the same bullshit they've been spewing for millennia. Don't get caught up in this idea that there's going to be some perfect heaven on earth. There has to always be heaven and hell on earth because earth is a schoolroom and it will remain just that. I hope I got my point across here. I'm not trying to sound negative or bad, but I'm just trying to give you an idea that what you're supposed to focus on is the natural internal desires of your heart, that which is made in love, in light, and joy. Do it for yourself. And as you do that, the world that you live in will be transformed. But do not leave yourself trying to think that it's your responsibility in order to improve this world, because infinite states exist and they always will. There will always be negative states for people to fall into. There will always be positive states for people to fall into. But it's up to you. What state are you going to be in? And that's your only responsibility. If you want to help someone, if you have a loved one that wants a better job or a raise or a promotion, or they need healing or they want a relationship, that's fine. Lift them up to that state. You can do that. And you don't have to do that either. You're completely free to choose. But also, don't believe that there's a limit to how much you can help others. How much energy does it take, really, to just imagine them being the person they want to be? And then you work yourself up into a little bit of joy. You are infinite love. Infinite love, and infinite love will always give you the energy to lift someone up if you desire to do so. But do not get caught in this hero complex of thinking you need to save the world. Okay, that's a playing out of, honestly, childhood trauma that a lot of people have. You seem to think that you need to save your parents. You seem to think that you need to save your whole family. You need to save the world. I felt this way before. It's the same reason why in spirituality, whenever something helped me out, I felt I have to share this message. And I'm doing it now. But the truth is, I'm not doing it believing this video has to be the one that blows up and saves the world and changes everyone. It's for the people that are ready for it. Okay, they say when the student is ready, the teacher appears. And I believe that's more than about just like a physical person or a teacher. Sometimes it's ideas, sometimes it's certain energies. All right, when you're ready, what is meant for you will come to you. And the truth is about being ready is just being. So allow yourself to be your ideal version of yourself, and everything that's meant for you will come. Thank you so much for watching. I love you very much, and I'll see you next time. Take care.